With our coverage, and we cross over to Mukurweini in Nyeri County, where the Central Kenya World Population Day celebrations are currently underway. This year's theme is Unleashing the Power of Gender Equality. Our reporter Clement Masombo now joins us live from Mukurweini with more updates. Good morning to you, Masombo. What are the main highlights during this year's celebrations?
Well, very good morning to you, Purity. Indeed, the Central Kenya World Population Day celebrations are being held here in Mukurweini in Nyeri County. And just like you put it right, that this year's theme is Unleashing the Power of Gender Equality. And perhaps that might be the reason why the celebrations were chosen to be held here in Mukurweini, because we understand that Mukurweini is among actually among the leading areas when you speak about issues to do with the gender-based violence. And right now I want us to engage a champion of gender-based violence here in Mukurweini. That is one Virginia Wangari. Welcome here. And even as we mark the World Population Day, of course, with the theme of unleashing the power of gender equality, how is the situation when you speak about gender-based violence in Mukurweini at large?
Yeah, I'm Virginia, Secretary Golden Women, Voices Against Gender-Based Violence in Mukurweini. It is true what you are saying, that sexual gender-based violence is high in Mukurweini, and this is confirmed by official reports. When we take year 2021, the cases were low, reported, and I'm talking about reported cases to the police, were lower than 2022. In 2023, the first quarter of the year, we still have over 5 cases reported. Some are being investigated, some are in court. It is, what we are saying is true. Yeah.
And perhaps through these celebrations, maybe as people who are the champions of gender-based violence, what are you aiming to achieve?
We cannot exactly say that we can eradicate fully gender-based violence or sexual gender-based violence, but we are working and striving to bring it low, at least bring it to a very, very low levels. And if possible, we can eradicate still. Yeah.
All right, thank you so much. Of course, that's Virginia Wangari. Let me also speak to another one here, Ms. Wangoi. Kindly welcome here. And what, from your perspective as an expert in this sector, what do you think are some of the factors that have been contributing to high number of gender-based violence cases in Mukurweini compared to other regions?
One, in Mukurweini we have this problem of a boy child, because they are taking a lot of drugs and pombe, and as we mark this day, we expect them even to come here so we can discuss how we are going to fight with these drugs so that we reduce the gender-based violence. Again, we have a problem of these older fathers and uncles. We have several cases of rape here. And as we come close to the cases, we understand that even our children, our small girls, are being raped by their fathers, uncles, and what. As we mark this day, we want to shout and to have dialogues with them so that we can let them know what does it mean by defilement or by rape. And that is what we are trying to fight here in Mukurweini, so that we can see whether this thing is going to reduce. Yes.
But even as you champion and advocate for change in the society, from your perspective, what is the role of government in fighting or ensuring that they reduce the cases of gender-based violence, or be it incest or even other forms of sexual abuse, go down?
Let me speak as Mukurweini sub-county. We are trying to work closely with our government here, or with our Selekali huku nyumba kumis and whatever, so that we can see whether we are going to fight for this thing. Again, us, because we are volunteers, we want them to cop in and support us, because there are some places that we cannot even be able to reach. And even sometimes we find ourselves financially down because we don't have the financial to go and fight for whoever has been raped or what. So we are working closely with the government in Mukurweini so that we can see whether they have just a peanut of financial, because we see whether we can fight for this. Yeah.
Okay, thank you so much. And lastly, let me engage you, sir. You've just had mentioned that boy child. There is the boys in this Mukurweini sub-county are at risk, of course, due to consumption of alcohol and other forms of drugs. Perhaps, as a gentleman, what are you doing maybe to help in ensuring that you reduce such cases of the vices?
We are trying to talk to the youths, so that, and giving the advice so that they can reduce the alcohol and giving the disadvantage of alcohol and drug abuse. It have been high rate. Very many youths, they have been addicted from bangi, alcohol, and other many drugs. So we are coming together, we are talking to them so that we can tell them about the disadvantage of and so many diseases they can come through those alcohol. Yeah.
All right, thank you so much. Of course, Purity, you've just heard from the experts here, and like they mentioned, the Mukurweini sub-county, to be specific, is among those leading with in terms of the highest number of cases to do with gender-based violence, incest, or even rape and other forms of sexual abuse. And it has been a problem that has been there for so long, and even as stakeholders try so much to act on ensuring that they reduce the number of cases, but perhaps that is one of the reasons that might have informed the celebrations to be held here. And of course, later on, we shall also be speaking to other stakeholders from the government to hear what they are planning to do and how they will be, of course, how they will also be handling such cases in the community. And remember, we are just talking about the reported cases. We understand that there are so many others that go unreported. So we want to know what has been the challenge when it comes to dealing with the cases in the community.
Tender Clement Masomba will have answers to all those questions on our subsequent bulletins. Now, tarehe 7 mwezi wa Julai kila mwaka, that's right,